A lot of people don't know that the Vegas video editing application started life as an audio tool. In fact, it's been used to mix some of the biggest hits that you hear on the radio or in film today, and is still being used in a lot of studios as an audio-only tool. The audio tool set is ridiculously powerful. So we're going to take a quick look at some of the audio features that you find inside the Vegas editing application. Here we've got a blank timeline. Let's just grab a piece of audio and drop it down onto the timeline. We'll just grab it, drag it, and there's our audio. I'm going to enlarge the audio track just simply by grabbing and dragging here so that we can see what's going on. In fact, I'm going to drag over the preview window just so we can see our audio meters up here as well. First of all, let's look at how to fade audio in. We do it exactly the same way we do video. Let's place our cursor in that upper left-hand corner and drag. We now have an audio fade. If we don't like that audio fade, let's simply right-click it, choose Fade Type, and choose the type of fade that we want. Here's a little slower fade. Real easy to bring that audio in. Now, another thing that we can do while the audio is playing is we can reduce the overall gain of the audio simply by placing our cursor at the top of the audio, clicking, and dragging. And look at what that does to the waveform. We can actually see that waveform decreasing. Let's watch what happens in real time. Just like that, we can raise and lower the audio. Now, it might be that we want to do more than that. Maybe we want to pan it to the right or to the left, and that's accomplished over here in the left-hand side of our application. And we can return that pan knob to the direct center by double-clicking, just like that. Now maybe we want to add a volume envelope, what many people call rubber banding. So we're going to select the audio track we want to work with and press the V for volume key, and you'll notice we get a blue line that comes in here. We'll just double click that and puts on a node. We'll click another one and yet another one and another one. Now we've got a fade in, fade out. So the audio can be worked with very quickly and easily. And another thing that we've got available that we don't immediately see is we have a very comprehensive mixer inside of Vegas. So if we go up here to View and slide down to Mixing Console or click Control-Alt-6, we can see our Vegas Mixing Console here. And this can be docked into a window if we want. We can just simply drag it out. We can see our individual channels. Now, as we add more audio channels to Vegas, those audio channels will begin to appear in our screen here, and we can give it a name or assign it to different outputs, add different buses and so forth. We can use our mouse roller wheel as well to control our audio levels or our audio volume. So it's another great feature that we've got that we can work with inside of Vegas as you're working with your audio. So be aware that audio is a very important part of Vegas. It's got a bunch of different tools in it, such as audio effects, just like it's got video effects available to it. So we can do quite a few different things with it inside the audio application itself. Real quick, let's close down our mixing console and just look at inserting some audio effects. The audio tracks already come with some effects built in. So let's click on the audio effects button on the audio track, just like we do with the video tracks. We can see there's noise gate, an EQ, and a compressor built into each audio track. So let's just play this through and you'll be able to hear this working in real time. Let's go to our track EQ and increase our bass. So we can adjust these very quickly. Go into our track compressor, and there's a bunch of presets. If you're doing voiceover work, for instance, you might choose something like the 1.5 to 1 or similar to reduce the dynamic range of the audio. If you've got Production Assistant or rather Ultimate S installed, you'll see a bunch of different other plugin types or audio tools. So it's very fast to work with. And we also have a noise gate here that allows us to control hiss and noise in our audio track quite easily by using the gates. We can bypass any of these simply by clicking on the check boxes, and that bypasses those tools. So Vegas Combs is a very powerful audio tool, and in fact it interfaces with a bunch of the different human user interface devices that are out there, such as those from Mackie and Frontier and some of the other tools that are out there. So you can use this like a very powerful recording studio as well.